What's up, guys? This is EJ Holland with the Wolverine.com, and we are back with another Michigan recruiting report. We're going to be breaking down 5 key recruits set to visit Michigan this weekend for the game against Washington. Before we do that, make sure to like this video, subscribe to our YouTube channel for free, get notifications every time we drop new videos. Liking this video helps me get in front of other Michigan fans, so please help with that. And as always, if you want even more Michigan recruiting information, you can head over to the Wolverine.com today. Use the special promo code UM1. That's $1 for 2 months over at the Wolverine.com. Again, get exclusive insider recruiting information, plus some great team coverage, transfer portal basketball, and so much more. Plus, we have a message board community with thousands and thousands of users. So join today. All right, guys. So like I said, I'm going to be breaking down 5 key recruits visiting Michigan this weekend. Noon kickoff, but still some really quality names, especially when it comes to underclassmen. The most important recruit in the 2028 recruiting cycle, that is quarterback Donald Tabron out of Detroit Cass Tech. He will be making his way back to Michigan this weekend. Tabron's visited Michigan more than any other school. He is very familiar with the program. He grew up training with Michigan quarterback Bryce Underwood. He looks up to Underwood as a big brother type. Now, Tabron did watch Michigan at USC. He visited USC, saw the offense struggle this past weekend. So I think Michigan needs to have a bounce back game. They really need to impress him, show what Chip Lindsey's offense can do, show what Bryce Underwood can do in this offense. I think that will be really big for Tabron. As a player, man, I love Don. He is one of my favorite underclassmen prospects. He's ranked as the number 29 overall recruit in the country, the number 3 quarterback. I think he's a 5-star level talent, much like Bryce Underwood and Dante Moore before him. Donald Tabron is a special talent out of the Detroit metro area. He has elite arm strength. He's a guy who can push the ball downfield. He's very accurate, very cerebral. He's a leader. He won a state championship as a freshman. He checks all the boxes when it comes to intangibles. He's a guy with a lot of charisma, a lot of confidence, very well spoken. I can't say enough great things about Donald Tabron. He has the prototypical frame as well, 6'3", 175. Still a little slender right now, but he's young. He's going to add some weight, and when he does and really grows into his body, the sky is the limit for Don. He is a must land for Michigan in 2028. It is rare to say must land in the world of recruiting, but I do see Don as that must land for Michigan a couple of cycles from now. Like I said, he will be the most important recruit for Michigan in 2028. He has all the ability to come in and be the successor to Bryce Underwood. Plus, he's a local talent. You want to keep supreme talents like Tabron at home. So big visit this weekend for Don, especially after he saw Michigan sputter on the road last week. All right, big weekend for Michigan wide receivers coach Ron Bellamy, as 3 of the nation's top pass catchers in the 2027 class will be visiting, highlighted by Msune Sales, absolute monster out of Indiana. I think he is the best wide receiver in the country. Right now, he's ranked as the number 3 wide receiver, number 16 overall prospect when it comes to the industry ranking. Like I said, I think he should be number 1. 6'5", 200 pounds. Absolute freak, insane size on the outside, big-bodied kid who can go up and make contested grabs. Just a mismatch out there. The thing that makes Sales so special is he's not just a big body. He has elite track times. He is faster than every single wide receiver in Michigan's room right now. So, and at 6'5", 201 pounds, that makes him an absolute freak. I think of all the wide receivers Michigan is in on, Sales is my absolute favorite. That's why I said he's the number 1 receiver in the country. We'll see how this visit goes, man. I think Michigan's offense really, really needs to move the needle. They have to show they can throw the ball. They have to show that the future is bright under Bryce Underwood. You have to give Sales something to think about. Michigan has always been in the mix for Sales, but I think they've been a little bit on the outside looking in. And look, Michigan's going to spend when it comes to NIL. But will that be enough when other schools are also spending for a guy like Sales if he's not completely satisfied with the offense? I don't know. So this weekend will be huge in the recruitment of Msune Sales. Okay, so he is not the only elite wide receiver coming in. Matthew Gregory, top 100 prospect, is also making his way to Michigan. Interesting prospect here in the sense that he recently received a prediction to end up at Penn State that has obviously gone out the window with Penn State firing James Franklin. Gregory is ranked as the number 7 wide receiver, number 40 overall prospect nationally, so he'll certainly have his fair share of suitors. I do think that Michigan is in that top group. The fact that he's already visiting Michigan, thinks that speaks volumes about the interest level. Gregory, to me, outside of Sales, would be next. He'd be next in line after Sales on my personal wide receiver board. Reason being, I've said it over and over, I'd like to see Michigan get faster in the wide receiver room. Matthew Gregory brings elite track time, so he is a guy who can be a difference maker in an offense that needs more explosive weapons. So we'll see how this visit goes. Last wide receiver we'll talk about is Quentin Burrell out of Chicago, making another visit to Michigan. He was already on campus last month, I believe. He didn't take in a game, but he did meet with the staff. So this will be his first actual game day visit. He's the number 12 wide receiver, number 62 overall prospect in the country. Not a burner, but a very quality wide receiver at 6'2", 195. A guy who can create separation on the outside, uses frame to his advantage, very physical guy. Right now, this one seems like a Michigan-Notre Dame battle. And, you know, Notre Dame did receive a prediction here recently, but I believe the writer who made that pick said it was more of a guess than based on true intel that he's going to pick Notre Dame right away. Michigan will have its chance to really move the needle this weekend. Like I said, there's familiarities, visited plenty times in the past. I think Michigan's off to a strong start here, but they will have to beat out Notre Dame and others in this recruitment. And taking a step towards that this weekend would be big by, again, like with the other wide receivers, showing that this offense is capable of getting the wide receivers involved and having a pass game that looks the part. We talked about underclassmen, but there is a flip target coming in this weekend in the 2026 recruiting class. Michigan looking to add one more offensive lineman before National Signing Day. They have their eyes set on Sean Stover, 4-star offensive lineman currently committed to Duke. Now, you think Duke commit and you think probably not super exciting, but he is a 4-star prospect. He committed to Duke back in November of last year over some pretty good offers. Like if you go check out his offer list, not too bad. His ranking is obviously not too bad either. Michigan is looking for more of a development prospect in the trenches to close out their offensive line class. I think Sean Stover is a perfect fit for that. He actually plays with some pretty decent technique. He plays at a really good program in the Dallas-Fort Worth area. Prosper, produces some D1 recruits every year. So Michigan actually has a lot of familiarity there. They recruited Zayden Krempin out of Prosper earlier in the cycle. So they've had a chance to see Stover and develop a relationship with him. Now, I mentioned he had a pretty decent offer list, but he committed to Duke because he valued Duke's high-level academics. Well, Michigan obviously offers elite academics. They certainly offer better football than Duke. So I think Michigan can be in a prime spot to flip Stover from the Blue Devils if everything goes well this weekend. For more updates on visitors coming in this weekend, this will not be the complete list. It's only Tuesday. Make sure to head over to thewolverine.com. Use that promo code UM1. That's $1 for 2 months over at thewolverine.com. Get exclusive insider Michigan recruiting information and more. And as always, like this video, subscribe to our YouTube channel for free. Get notifications every time we drop new videos, and we will see y'all next week.